Anne Robertson is fluent in French, says she has enough German to get by with, and speaks English as well as anyone born and bred in Leeds who spent a significant portion of her life down caves. Somehow she's ended up teaching Spanish in New Zealand, primarily to Anglican girls. Anne has expertise in outdoor education, enjoys photography, hill walking, beach recreation, and spending time with her husband and 2 sons. In 2014, she was awarded a fellowship with Core Education. Please welcome Anne Robertson.
Kia ora. What is the internet stealing from you? Let's just have a show of hands. How many people use the internet? Yeah. Who searches using Google or any other search engine? Who uses social media? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn? Who's on Ancestry.com? How many of you use a credit card? Doesn't seem to go round. Do you book holidays online? Yeah? Do you book flights, accommodation? I seem to have a problem here because this isn't moving round. Sorry. Oh, it has now. Okay, sorry. We'll leave it. Do you shop online? How many of you have a smartphone? Ooh, not quite so many, a few. How many of you got a computer? A few more, that's good. Okay. So do you know what the internet's stealing from you? Ex-FBI Director James Comey covers his microphone and his camera on his phone. He says that you never know who's watching or what's happening in the background. All those apps that you download that ask to use your camera and your microphone, why do they do that? Is Facebook providing you a little bubble of information and limiting your opportunity to make informed decisions? Facebook actually has a website. You know, Mark Zuckerberg said that Facebook wasn't influencing the US elections, but they actually have success stories on there which boasted about influencing elections. That's now gone because Cambridge Analytica came along, and it's been revealed that they targeted millions of Facebook users, including Mark Zuckerberg, with political ads individually tailored to their personality to manipulate them to get to vote for Donald Trump in the 2016 election. The data was obtained via a personality test called This Is My Digital Life, which was one of those clickbait apps in Facebook, you know, the one that says, you know, what does your personality and your favourite colour tell you about you? It pulled in information which had not been explicitly asked permission for. The same technique was applied to elections across the world, for example, the Kenyan elections and Brexit, with the company selling its services to the highest bidder. So is the internet stealing your free will? Is it stealing your ability to make decisions? Because Facebook's actually a data analytics company. It uses its position and its power to collect a huge amount of information to find out all about its users and to then sell that for profit. So if you think that you just go to Facebook to check in with friends and that you minimize the data that you provide, then think again. Because Facebook doesn't just learn from the pictures you post and the links that you share. It learns from the nearly things that you do, the hovering over articles, the click on the clickbait, and even the messages that you delete after writing. But is it really theft? Because Facebook's free, isn't it? You know, did you check the small print before you actually signed up for it? Most of us don't understand the true implications of the agreements we sign. And the biggest companies in the world base their businesses around users hitting "I agree" on a dialog box once, maybe a decade ago, and then never being told what their agreement really entails, and nor being offered any way to retract it or to regain and retake their information. Whenever you hit enter, your data is collected, your preferences stored, and you should assume that happens to you on whatever apps or websites, wherever you go to, you are using, because data mining is big business. And the internet knows where you go to too, and where you've been, and where the hamsters are. Every time you use Google Maps to navigate, you're leaving a trail behind you, for good or for bad. And how do you think Google knows where all the traffic jams are? So if a misuse of information can be imagined by humans, then any database of personal data is compromised, is vulnerable, and it will be abused. It can be misused by the organisation that stores it, by rogue employees, and by other companies who buy it from them. Or it can be lost through poor security. And it can be taken by the state and misused. Big Brother has never been looking more closely over your shoulder. You may ask, I've got nothing to hide. Why does it matter? Do I care that my data's out there and it's being used and that my privacy is compromised? But what does your data reveal about other people? When you post a photograph of somebody else, what control do they have over it? The question is, by leaving your data out there, are you contributing to the fake news? Are you influencing other people? Unwittingly, you could be making a difference, but it may not always be where you want to make a difference. So, what you're interested in, what you posted, who you connect with, and who you influence is interesting for the advertisers, the political movements, the big businesses, and the state. Is it time to take responsibility for yourself and not surrender power to the monkey? So the question is, how much are you beholden to big corporate companies? Do you want to be? And if you don't, what are you going to do? Is it time to get out while you can? Kia ora, thank you.